The Five Chinese Brothers. Once upon a time, there were 5 Chinese brothers, and they all looked exactly the same. They lived with their mother in a little house not far from the sea. The first Chinese brother could swallow the sea. The second Chinese brother had an iron neck. The third Chinese brother could stretch and stretch and stretch his legs. The fourth Chinese brother could not be burned, and the fifth Chinese brother could hold his breath indefinitely. Every morning, the first Chinese brother would go fishing, and whatever the weather, he would come back to the village with a beautiful, rare fish, which he had caught and would sell at the market for a very good price. One day, as he was leaving the marketplace, a little boy stopped him and asked if he could go fishing with him. No, it could not be done, said the first Chinese brother. But the little boy begged and begged, and finally the first Chinese brother consented. Under one condition, said he, and that you shall obey me promptly. Yes, yes, the little boy promised. Early next morning, the first Chinese brother and the little boy went down to the beach. Remember, said the first Chinese brother, you must obey me promptly. When I make a sign for you to come back, you must come at once. Yes, yes, the little boy promised. The first Chinese brother swallowed the sea, and all the fish were left high and dry at the bottom of the sea, and all the treasures of the sea lay undiscovered. Uncovered. The little boy was delighted. He ran here and there, stuffing his pockets with strange pebbles, extraordinary shells, and a fantastic algae. Near the shore, the first Chinese brother gathered some fish while he kept holding the sea in his mouth. Presently, he grew tired. It is very hard to hold the sea, so he made a sign with his hand for the little boy to come back. The little boy saw him but paid no attention. The first Chinese brother made great movements with his arms that meant, come back! But did the little boy care? No, not a bit, and he ran further away. Then the first Chinese brother felt the sea swelling inside him and made him desperate to call the little boy back. But the little boy made faces at him and fled as fast as he can. The first Chinese brother helped the sea until he thought he was going to burst. All of a sudden, the sea forced its way out of his mouth and went back to its bed, and the little boy disappeared. When the first Chinese brother returned to the village alone, he was arrested, put in prison, tried, and condemned to have his head cut off. On the morning of the execution, he said to the judge, Your Honor, will you allow me to go and bid my mother goodbye? It's only fair, said the judge. So the first Chinese brother went home, and the second Chinese brother came back in his place. All the people were assembled on the village square to witness the execution. The executor took his sword and struck a mighty blow. But the second Chinese brother got up and smiled. He was the one with the iron neck and simply could not cut off his head. Everybody was angry, and they decided that he should be drowned. On the morning of the execution, the second Chinese brother said to the judge, "Your Honor, will you allow me to go bid my mother goodbye?" "It's only fair," said the judge. So the second Chinese brother went home, and the third Chinese brother came back in his place. He was pushed on a boat which was made for the open sea. But he began to stretch and stretch and stretch his legs way down to the bottom of the sea, and all the time his smiling face was bobbing up and down on the crest of the waves. He simply could not be drowned. Everybody was angry, and they all decided that he should be burned. On the morning of the execution, the third Chinese brother said to the judge, "Your Honor, will you allow me to go bid my mother goodbye?" I need to start over again.
Why?
I skipped 2 pages. Please